Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first ever episode of Funday Football Podcast. We are a podcast that formed from two groups. We've been doing this for a few years now. We were the Chump Talk and DSAB Dimes boys formerly. We are now the Sunday Funday Football Podcast. We've came together, the four of us, for this football season, and we're only going to be doing football. So this is going to be a football season thing that we do a few episodes kind of in the off season and then we're going, but it's the four boys that you're used to hearing from. First, we got Tyler Sagan with the Sunday Funday logo behind him. If you're watching on our YouTube, because you can watch all these episodes on YouTube now.
Let's go.
We got
Yes,
Matty P in my bottom right wearing a Carolina Panthers Keep Pounding jersey. And of course we have Christian DiSabantino on the left with it. What is that, Mac Jones?
That's Money Mac, baby.
That's Money Mac Jones. He's got the Patriots red jersey on.
You're
Boys,
still on that guy.
Boys, how's it going? Are we pumped for football? Are we pumped to be starting this podcast?
So excited, man. For both.
Yeah.
Yeah, really both. Yeah, let's go.
I know.
Sorry, I know you guys don't watch the CFL, but I am excited for the NFL. But CFL has been on since July, and it's just been buzzing.
Yeah, we'll maybe get into some CFL chat near the end of the episode. But we are primarily. How do you say that word? Primarily. Thanks. I got it before anybody said. Just for the record there, but
yeah,
we are primarily an NFL podcast, but we'll get into some CFL as well mostly for DSAB and our other CFL listeners. But for Matt and I especially, so we were doing Chump Talk for 4.5 years. These football episodes that is this now our third year doing these?
I think this is year four.
Year four. So we basically started right from the start with you guys just during football season, and this was some of our most fun episodes. We've gone through the ups and the downs. We've had scraps. We've had laptops smashed down. We've had people yelling at people. But after all that, we became great friends through it. And Matt and I have still only met DSAB in person like maybe 5 times max, not even.
Yeah.
And we're starting to finally figure this guy out. So for all the people that listen to all these other episodes, like, what is DSAB actually like? And I couldn't really answer it. Matt couldn't really answer it. We're starting to figure this guy out a little bit. So that'll be showing, I think, a little more during the episodes this year.
It's worse than what I thought it was going to be with.
To be honest. It's the exact same guy on the podcast as I am in real life.
Yeah, which is actually decently true.
Yeah.
Which I didn't think that would be the case, but actually, it took me talking to DSAB's girlfriend to confirm that. That's where I got my full intel from. But we're what? 2 days, 1 day away when this comes out. No, this comes out on Thursday, correct?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, or might be Wednesday. We don't know.
Yeah, we got to work some kinks out. People got to realize we're in the busiest season possible. And actually, before we get going, there's 2 congratulations we need to get out of the way. One that has already happened. One that's about to happen. Segs got married 2 weeks ago now. Congratulations!
Yeah, so
fresh off.
Let's go.
Fresh back from the honeymoon. Can you
don't
tell
have
us
the ring on right now?
But
I take it off to do the dishes because I'm a good husband. No, the honeymoon was great. The wedding was fantastic. It was like 22 degrees in August, which, man, I'd pay for that weather. So,
for sure,
yeah, it was a good time. Honeymoon was great. This is definitely a good reset, and it's kind of worked out nice. Come into Labor Day weekend, get back, get a nice little extra break, and we're rolling into football season. So I can't complain. Life's all right now.
And Poolsy is now days away from getting married.
Yeah, we're down to the hourly countdown now. Under 100 hours, some might say.
Which is still wild for me to think about that Poolsy's getting married. It's just one of those things you just think you might never see.
Miracles happen, I guess.
Miracles do happen, but Poolsy, so Poolsy's getting married this weekend, and then obviously you're heading out on your honeymoon, Jamaica Mon, right?
Jamaica Mon, yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
So jerk chicken all day long.
You know
it. So much jerk chicken.
So at this point, it's pending if we're going to see you on next week's episode.
Yeah, I can't confirm at this point. We'll have to play day by day next week type of thing.
Yep.
But I'm hoping to, but I also probably shouldn't confirm anything either.
Hey, you enjoy your time, Pools.
Yeah.
You enjoy your time.
No, you know me though. I hate missing the spread game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
you'll have to get your spread game picks in
yeah.
either way.
Yeah.
And your donation anyways.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But as far as the podcast goes, there will be some kinks we got to work through. We're on a new platform here. I think we have hopes and possibly plans, Segs, of having this as a live episode that people could watch it live if they so choose to do so.
For sure. Yeah,
so
it's
choose
always
to
an
do so.
option.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll figure it out as we go. We're not new to it, but we're new, if that makes any sense.
Exactly.
Yep.
We were all
That's the
talking
perfect way of putting it.
just before we hit record. It really started like it really felt like we were like doing something we've never done before, but this is not a new thing for the four of us. But it will be a little bit for the first couple weeks, but we'll keep pounding, right, Poolsy?
Always pounding, baby.
There we go.
There it is. So to get started, we are going to start with our own teams previews.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
that's
I
a good
think
way to start. Introduce the listeners to who we cheer for.
Yeah.
Because that's really where I'd say 99% of the trash talk comes from.
Yeah. That's where the biggest arguments come from. That and the spread game, I would say.
And the spread game, for sure.
And before you talk about your team, just give a little analysis of essentially your history with your team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just so everyone knows. We might have new listeners this year. Just give a little analysis of your roots with your teams as we go along here.
I like that. Why don't you start, Poolsy?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Keep Pounding Nation. Not sure what year it began in. Probably 2013, 2014. I'm guessing somewhere around there. Purely chose the team at the time because of the logo. It's for sure the best logo in the league. Still is to this day. And yeah, ever since then, never wavered. Always a Carolina Panther fan. And
I mean, that's just not true.
Well, but anyway, we had a Super Bowl appearance back in my early fandom days with Cam Newton. So that's about the only playoff football I think Carolina's really played since I've started cheering for them. So we're looking forward to a big year this year. We got Bryce Young, our first overall draft pick. Costed us DJ Moore and some picks. Obviously, it's tough to see DJ Moore not in the Carolina Panther uniform anymore. It makes it even harder to see him in a Chicago Bear uniform. But I think the potential for Bryce Young this year being the first overall pick, and just obviously everyone's quarterbacks just get ramped up on Twitter and everything. But I do think Bryce has a ton of potential to be that guy for us. I don't necessarily know if he's going to be like the flashy Patty Mahomes type of guy, but I do think he'll be an excellent pass completer. I think like when he hits his prime one day, I think he'll be like one of the guys in the league with just like the completion percentage, yardage. I think he'll be really good in that. I don't think he'll necessarily be like a flashier Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes type of guy, but I'm excited for the new era though. And we got some new weapons offensively. Miles Sanders coming over from Philly as a running back. Our wide receivers consist of Adam Thielen, DJ Shark, Jonathan Mingo. I think he was the 4th wide receiver drafted in this year. So the expectations for this year, kind of hard to say. Our division is dog shit, so that makes things seem kind of promising that there could be a playoff spot. I think the Saints will be the best, but I don't know. Expectations this year, I'm not too sure what to say. The rankings have the Panthers pretty low, and I do kind of think they'll be the 7 to 9 range win is what my expectations are.
Expectations are that for you personally?
Yeah, 7 to 9 wins.
7 to 9.
And they were a good team last year defensively. Compete for the division. I think it really depends on the Saints. I think we're better than the Falcons and who else is it? The Bucks. But
I don't know about the Falcons.
I think the Saints could be dangerous with Derek Carr there, and they have some good players.
We'll get to it more, but I think the Falcons could be a little frisky this year. But we'll get to that.
They could, yeah. But that's what people have said about them for a while now too. Ever since they got Kyle Pitts, they were supposed to get better, and that just hasn't happened.
Interesting. I would love to now hear about the New England Patriots and what this season's going to look like.
All right. Well, as you guys know, I'm a Patriots fan. I've been a Patriots fan since 2001. I was 4 years old watching the Super Bowl. It was my first football game I ever watched. And ever since then, it's been sunshine and rainbows until about Tom Brady left 4 years ago now. And now I know what it's like to be an average NFL fan, and it's not very fun. And I will say, me and Brady go back and forth about the Blue Jays, and I always say they suck, but I've come to realize I say that because when you watch the Patriots play the last 20 years, yeah, I always expected them to win, right? It's like the Chiefs right now. It's like you just expect them to win every week. Now it's like you watch the Jays, they're 15, whatever, games above 500, which is good. But it's like, is that like Patriots good prime? It's like, no. So that's why I'm such a dick when it comes to other teams. I expect way too much. Anyway,
Hey, we're learning a little bit about DSAP here. I like that.
Yeah,
that's why I'm so tough on my teams because I have a huge bar.
Yeah.
Well, and sorry, you can continue about your expectations, but which team is it? Just the Patriots, or how many teams do you have this year?
Yeah, how many teams are you down to now?
Because
here we go.
we could probably spend the first podcast just you talking about your teams. Yeah, Cowboys. That's your
Cowboy
NFC team, right?
Yeah, it's my NFC team. It's because my dad's a Cowboy fan, so I got to support the Cowboys, and obviously they're a fun team to watch, and lots of primetime games.
And the Bucks,
tons.
the Bucks were there too, but not anymore. Any reason why?
Yeah, because my guy's gone.
Oh,
fraud.
Okay.
So any Bucks jerseys you have, what will you be doing with those?
Yeah.
I guess I don't know. I might have to eBay them or just donate them. I got a Brady White Tampa Bay Bucks jersey, but that's it.
Yeah, for sale.
Yeah, for sale. If anyone wants it, hit me up.
It'd be Sunday Funday's first profit.
Yeah. So you guys are gonna go nuts, but I got the Patriots at 10-7, tied with ahead of the Bills and below the Jets and Dolphins. I'm expecting a huge bounce back year. Love the offensive coordinator they brought in. We had Matt Patricia. We got Bill O'Brien now. He was a former Patriot, went to Bama, came back, and I love the defense. And I think Mac Jones will be more like rookie season Mac Jones. And I think over 6.5 wins on DraftKings is one of the biggest locks you can bet.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you had a question.
No.
I do have a question. Yeah, who's gonna catch the ball for the Patriots this year?
Oh, we got Mike Gesicki, Hunter Henry, Kendrick Bourne, Juju, Ramondre. You can even throw Zeke in there. You can play center. You can play receiver. You can play whatever you want.
Center.
You can play center.
You guys remember last year, the last play of the year?
Yeah, wasn't that his last play as a Cowboy?
Yeah. So, listen, this guy's versatile.
I mean, you can never believe everything you see on Twitter, but I did see something today. Juju Smith's knee is about to blow up, possibly.
Juju, yeah, I heard that too. But you know what? It doesn't even matter.
Okay.
You don't.
He can play on one knee. Yeah, true. And I love that the first name you said was Mike Gesicki because that's an ex-Dolphin. And one of the Dolphins I didn't actually love when he was playing. He was a bit of a locker room issue. So I'm more than happy to pass him on to Yeah, he wanted the ball more than he deserved the ball. So one of those guys, 10-7 though seems
wildly optimistic, but
ambitious. I was gonna say.
What did I say last year? We were dog shit.
And you don't think you're going to be dog shit again?
No.
Oh, okay.
And guess what? We're on Eagles upset alert Sunday afternoon.
All right. Hey.
It depends if Matt Corral steps into the saddle for the Patriots or not this year.
Yeah, I guess you know what? That's a great backup just in case, right?
He is great backup.
Tough to see Bailey Zappi go after you said he could be the franchise quarterback.
Yeah,
I never said that.
Where's that guy?
I think there was at least a week last year where you were saying give Zappi the number one QB.
If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure me and Seg saw Zappi play, didn't we? And we torched you for 42.
Best game of the year for Zappi. We were live.
Yeah. But
and he's still with the Patriots?
Yeah, he's on practice squad.
Oh, okay. So he went through waivers.
Yeah, that's how good he is. He passed waivers.
Wow.
You hate to see that.
But yeah, you heard it here first. 10-7.
You want to go to the Browns, Segs, or you want me to go some Dolphins?
We can go to the Browns.
All right,
gentlemen.
I'm excited for this.
It's a fresh year, boys.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We got no more suspensions to worry about. We know who our quarterback is. And I'm not even going to say his name, but we have a quarterback who will be starting the year and hopefully finishing the year. I've heard he's pretty good.
He's a good football
quarterback.
Player.
He's a good football player. Yeah. And I that's how I think I'm going to roll this year. I'm just not going to say Deshaun Watson's name. I'm just going to say our quarterback.
Well, we've already had some talks about this topic before actual recording. So we'll see how the year goes.
We'll see how the year goes. Anyway, I'm excited to start the year with him as a football player. Nick Chubb says he's better than ever. He even, the most humble guy in the NFL, did say he thinks he's the best running back in the league, which I love.
Wow.
I love that he's coming out with that. We got some good receivers coming in. We got Elijah Moore. We got Amari Cooper is going to be electric. I'm excited. I don't know. And you know what? We've had the shittiest preseason, which I know preseason means nothing, but it has been so shitty. And I think people have already started to write us off, which I love. So
well, I'm curious what the Browns win total is, because I feel like the Browns, and I've never been one to compliment the Browns too much, and I likely won't throughout the year too much, but I do think they're a team where, obviously, bad year last year, not much to be excited about as a Browns fan, as Seg showed us last year, but they were really. And Watson did come in. What did he come in halfway through the year, like last 5 games or something?
Like last quarter, I think, and they were pretty much out of it. Like he would have had to win out, and 3 other teams would have had to lose out. Like I don't know, there just wasn't a lot of hope. I think the way to the situation he came into, so it was born to fail last season, I think.
And the only thing I was thinking with the Browns is when they were in Baker Mayfield's prime, which turned out to not be a very long prime.
No.
Maybe 2 seasons, because I think he's already passed his prime, as he showed last year. But when they were a decent football team with Baker, like they were running over teams. Like they were favored most weeks, I would say. So if you look at it from that way, somewhat similar team, still a decent defense, still one of the best running backs in the league, and now they have I would say an elite quarterback on the field. And so Browns might be a little frisky this year. I kind of have the Browns being a frisky team in my opinion.
Yeah, we'll see. And I mean, we'll get into the division stuff in a bit, but I mean, we're also in, I think, one of, if not the hardest divisions. So
I agree with that.
There's lots
I
of
disagree with that, but
one of.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if every team was over 500 in your division.
I think there's a possibility, although, we'll get to that. But but yeah, I think if we can get through some of the scrappier division games, I think the rest of our schedule, as long as we're humming along, could be a good year. So I'm excited.
Prediction.
Right now, you want it?
Oh yeah, actually, we were going to say.
Well, no, I can give it. I got 11-6. Sorry,
11-6.
11-6.
I like that. That.
And that. I'll save it.
Okay, save it.
Anyway, go Browns.
To my yeah. Good. What's the
sorry.
Browns hashtag?
I think it might be Go Browns Go, but we put the stupid fucking elf at center field again this year.
Oh,
really?
I don't know why they did that. It did not work last year, and they went back to it.
Not a good look.
Yeah, so that's the only thing I'm disappointed in. We just could have put the helmet. Just put the helmet at center.
It's a cool logo, the helmet.
It's pretty simple, yeah, but
Fresh.
No, we went with the elf. So anyway, that's
we'll
all.
We'll work through that. My Miami Dolphins. This is a very interesting year for my Dolphins. It's an interesting offseason. We signed Jalen Ramsey. He got hurt like a day into training camp. It sounds like they're hoping week 7-ish, week 8 maybe Jalen Ramsey returns, just when we really needed him, because we do have Xavier Howard and Javon Holland, Canadian, got a jersey of his, which is in the studio, which, by the way, we forgot to mention earlier, Matt and I will be in the studio recording, and Segs possibly sometimes too, once we get some kinks worked out. But as we said, Poolsy's getting married this weekend, and we got some bigger fish to fry until then. But we will be in studio, and it's a pretty fresh background for anybody that saw any of the Chump episodes in there. But the Dolphins, obviously there's one factor that's going to determine our season, and it was the same factor as it was last year, and it's the same factor that everyone talks about: Tua's health. I don't know if you guys have been seeing too many clips on Twitter from preseason and the offseason. He learned how to fall, boys.
I've seen your tweets, Brady.
The league is not ready for Tua's falling.
Oh my gosh.
You should see him go back. He keeps his head kind of tucked in the chest, just like they teach in jiu-jitsu. I actually took a few jiu-jitsu classes in the offseason just so I could be like Tua. And if you fall and you keep the neck real tucked, it keeps you from your head falling back. There was a side-by-side clip you can look at. Pat McAfee talked about it. He put 2 clips from last year. It was basically the same hit. I don't know if you guys remember the Bills game where he got hit. took about 4 steps back and his head just cracked off the ground. This year it's different. And he got a new helmet. He officially has one of the best helmets in the NFL. There was a rankings I saw on Twitter of helmet kinds and brands. He's got the most protective one. So I think boys, yeah, go ahead, D-Seb.
I texted Seg something the other day, and it's so relevant right now. I don't know if I can say it on the podcast. Seg, you remember what it was?
I don't even. No, I don't.
Well, I don't. Anyways, I just
Yeah.
wanted to remind you of that, and maybe I'll say it later on the
Okay.
podcast.
Okay. Yeah, you can. But to it, all joking aside, to his
Oh,
help,
now I remember.
is it appropriate to say?
No.
Oh, okay. I don't know what you're talking about, but
Yeah,
we'll
sorry.
we'll save that a little bit. To his health is easily the most important thing to the Dolphins' success. We saw that last year. He won every game he was in. He did not win every game he was in. The majority of the games he played in, we won. We went on a huge losing streak when he went out because we had Teddy Bridgewater who got hurt right away, and then Skylar Thompson. And it's just like this is easily the most hyped a Dolphins team has been since I started watching them, and I became a Dolphins fan. I was kind of thinking I kind of want to say like the 2010 range. That's kind of when I think I became a football fan and Dolphins fan. And I remember clearly I was in my buddy's basement, and him and all his brothers were watching football, and they all had a team. One was the Chargers, Colts, Patriots. I watched with them on Sundays when I would go over there, and I remember they would always tell me I need to pick a team. And at the time, the Dolphins were 0-14 in the season. At that time, I want to say 2010 was around there, but they were 0-14, looking like they were going to have an 0-16 record. So I picked them kind of as a joke. Like pick the worst team, like the teal. I like the colors, and it was like every year I kind of just started actually enjoying watching them, and it became less of a joke and more of like, this is my team. And now I would say I'm a diehard Dolphins fan. I was talking to Matt earlier, and this year my goal with the Dolphins is to learn more of the players that you don't actually hear their name on the broadcast. Like I want to know my O-line. I want to know like my special teams guys. I want to learn more about the dogs in there, that the guys that don't get the spotlight, but they're important to the team. So that's my goal for the Dolphins this year. But we're stacked, boys. We actually are stacked, which is weird to say.
I agree.
I've never been able to say that as a Dolphins fan. But our defense, like Bradley Chubb came over from the Broncos last year. He wasn't great in his time. He only played like after the deadline. He wasn't great, but all signs show him taking a step forward. Jalen Phillips is going to be a guy that you guys are hear a lot of this year. He's an absolute dog on the D line, and he's gonna lead the team in sacks. Him or Chubb, and then our cornerbacks, Javon Holland, Xavier Howard, who I mentioned, and Jalen Ramsey when he comes back. I think our defense, and Vic Fangio is our defensive coordinator, and I've never learned too much about defensive coordinators and who's good and who's not, and what makes them good and what doesn't. But all I know is everyone says Vic Fangio can change a defense, and every time the Broncos defense was always good when he was there. You can say what you want about their offense, and it was bad at times, but their defense was always there. So I'm super excited to see what he brings, because we needed an old dog in there to kind of calm down our vaping head coach, Mike McDaniel. He's a new age, he's definitely I think there's a decent chance he's high a lot of games. He's wild card for sure. So we need, but I love him. I love his on offense. I'm totally blanking what I was trying to say, but we needed Vic Fangio in there to kind of calm him down on defense, and he's going to do that. And Mike McDaniel's still going to run wild with the offense. One thing I will say about the offseason, very disappointing to not get Delvin Cook or Jonathan Taylor, because Dolphins were the lead. They were the betting favorite for both of them at one time. So obviously I thought there was a decent chance we were either getting Delvin Cook or Jonathan Taylor, and kind of heartbreaking not see it, but we're going to go by committee again, like the Dolphins always seem to do. We got Mostert and Jeff Wilson Jr., and then Achane is our fourth round running back. And I'm not going to pretend to know too much about him, but the Twitter clips I saw, he looked fast. He's small and fast. So, and Braxton Berrios is another guy we signed, and I just love him too. So I'm super excited. I absolutely hate that week 1 is against the Chargers. because it like Herbert and Tua have been compared with each other.
Yeah,
since
a lot.
the second they came in the league, and that's
Yeah.
and obviously Tua was drafted one spot before, and people have their opinions on who's better. Go ahead, DSEP.
I was going to ask you, who is better in your opinion?
Yeah, at this point, Herbert has been better at this point.
No, who is better? Not who. Like, who do you think is going to be the better
Well,
quarterback?
I don't think I can officially answer who is better
Oh
at
my
this point.
fucking God.
At this point in their careers, Herbert has been the superior out of the two. We'll see. Give Tua a full year.
You're starting
We'll
your
see.
franchise right now, though.
Well, that's just not realistic. It's just not something I have
Oh.
to. It's just not something I have to think
Oh.
about because
So you can ask those questions, but you can't answer those questions.
I don't remember asking that question. No,
Well, maybe not today,
I
but
think
you have.
I think what I will say is people have them in a very wide margin of tiers. They have Herbert up here and Tua down here. I think it's a lot closer than people think.
I agree with that. I think
Okay.
they're close.
Yeah, I don't
If
think
Tua
they're.
can stay healthy, I do think Tua has the potential to
Yeah,
be better.
yeah. I still don't know what the stat QBR or what's the stat DSAB passer
Quarterback
rating or
rating?
something. Yeah, I still
Yeah.
don't know what that means. But Tua had a great one when he was healthy last year.
Yeah.
Number one, actually. So 11-6. And also our division is hell.
I
Yeah,
Could
agree.
be hell.
confirmed.
It could be hell.
It
The
could
Jets,
be hell.
The Jets could be dog shit.
I hope so
And the
bad, man.
Pats could be
I
too.
hate Aaron Rodgers. I've always hated Rodgers. Now he's on
All
the
right,
Jets.
well,
And
with that, let's get into the divisional preview then.
okay, yeah. I
Let's
like that.
start with
Yeah, let's just go through the order of them.
Okay, AFC East. We're
Yeah.
here.
This one's
We're-
heavy. We got you two chumps in it.
Yeah, we do. And DSAB, so I'm curious with you to start, DSAB. You had the Patriots at 10-7, or was that
Yeah.
right?
So
where
I'll
does that
just
put
tell
them
you,
in the division?
I got the Jets at 1 at 11-6, the Dolphins at 2 at 11-6, the Patriots 3 10-7, the Bills 9-8, and everyone is 3-3 in the division.
You're gonna get scolded for that.
No,
I don't care. The Bills are one of the most overrated teams in the league
That's
now.
I
a hot
love
take.
that. I love
they're
that
old, they're slow, and they're not good. They got two guys on offense, and their defense is old and slow. That's it.
Wow.
I love that. I've also said Josh Allen is overrated.
Yeah.
And a lot of Bills, I know a lot of Bills fans, and they don't appreciate that take even a little bit. But I'm glad you said it before I did, DSAP.
I don't know if he's overrated, but I just think the team around him is not as good as people make them out to be. So
I don't know a lot, but I know the Bills lost a lot of key players.
And like they signed Von Miller to $1 billion contract. He's already out for half the year. And he's already, I think he's like 33 or something. Like they're old. The two safeties that were hurt all last year, they're old.
Yeah.
Hyde and Poyer.
Yeah.
So
washed
I
up.
don't know. That's my AFC East.
Oh man, I like that. I actually when I was thinking about the AFC East, I do still have Buffalo winning. I think the division's going to be an absolute dogfight, and the Jets are the wild card to me. I do have the Patriots dead last in the division. I think they're actually under 500. I just don't think they're a great football team. Sorry, DSAB, but
that's all right.
I'm not really that sorry either. But the Jets, Aaron Rodgers. I mean, he was horrible last year. If you buy into the Hard Knocks, it looks like he's rejuvenated. It looks like the Jets have weapons. Garrett Wilson is a good wide receiver. They added Dalvin Cook. They have Bryce Hall. Is it Brees or Bryce Hall?
I think it's Brees.
Brees Hall. So they have a good team, but their O-line might suck. And Aaron Rodgers, if he's getting hit a lot, doesn't he seem like the kind of guy that's going to be all whiny about that?
Could be. He's a new man.
Like I said, I've never liked Aaron Rodgers, so.
Right. Yeah.
That was me before Hard Knocks.
So now you're in on them?
Oh yeah, I think I love them.
Really?
They are my AFC team to win the Super Bowl.
What?
Or to at least represent.
You pick a team in your division.
Yeah.
No, not to cheer. I think they're going to represent the AFC.
So, okay, here's a DSAB dilemma.
Yeah.
Jets Patriots, like who are you taking?
Gee, what is
Because
the Patriots? Obviously.
well, oh, sorry, who are you betting on? Because
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
love the
that's
Jets
the real
and you love the
question.
Patriots, and you
That is the real
never
question.
bet on your team. So
When do I ever bet on my team? Never.
I know. So what's your bet in that game?
The Jets.
Oh,
Mm.
okay.
Will you be betting on the Patriots week 1?
No.
Who
You
do
just
they
said
play?
You guys,
the
just
Eagles.
if you guys looked at that line, it is the fishiest fucking line I've ever seen.
So hammer it.
No.
Doesn't
we were
want
five.
it.
Yeah. Anyways, continue.
Won't be your
All right.
macaroni and cheese.
I got the Bills 12-5.
Same.
So complete
Seems aggressive.
opposite. Maybe a little bit aggressive, but I also did, to kind of speed this up when I was doing this today, I just like in my head did how many divisional games each team was going to win, which the math might not work at all for the records based on that, but we'll go with that. I do have the Jets at 11-6, followed by Miami at 10-7, and then New England at 7-10.
That's over 6.5 wins, though.
It is over 6.5 wins. I know.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you're probably right that I do have a hard time believing Buffalo can go 12-5, but looking at their schedule, and I don't know. I think that game against Cincinnati really, like the playoff game, really bumped them down a notch. Like it just showed how weak they were. I don't know.
It was two different classes going at each other.
Yeah.
Buffalo was never had a chance.
No.
Was an emotional game, though. I will give them a bit of a leeway with that. I mean, one of their players died on the field the week before.
He was at the game.
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So if anything, it should have given them emotional edge. I would.
Yeah, it should at home too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be an interesting, and I mean the Jets kind of an asterisk there too, because I think there's a lot of hype behind the Jets, and they on paper they look really good, and people are probably buying into the Hard Knocks and the Aaron Rodgers good guy skit, but they could be dog shit. I think we're really going to find out Monday night. That's when it's all going to come together.
Yeah, that's actually a hell of a Monday nighter.
It is. It's going to set the tone for that division.
Yeah, I agree. But I got Buffalo and the Finns at 11-6, the Jets at 10-7, and then the Pats at 6-11. And I honestly believe between those top three teams, I could see that going completely either way. So it's just going to be a dogfight. A lot of good teams in that division. Even the Patriots. Like I know I have them 6-11, but obviously the Patriots, they always have great defense. So you never know where that'll take them either. And Matt Corral, if he gets in the lineup too, that could be dangerous for the league.
Is Matthew Judon still on the team, D-Sab?
Oh, yeah.
He's a force. I'll give you that. He's a force.
Did you hear this year you can because D-Sab, don't you guys only have one quarterback on your roster technically right now?
No, we got Corral.
You got Corral. Oh, okay. So he's because I heard that there's a new rule where you can basically have like an emergency quarterback.
Yeah.
And it's not it doesn't count to the 53.
It's only if the other two get hurt.
Kind of like the E-bug in NHL, I think.
The David Ayers kind of thing.
They got D-Sab sitting in the stands.
Yes.
Yeah, could you imagine?
Oh man. D-Sab,
Anyway,
the ball boy from the CFL comes out and he's throwing his first.
So you know what? That would be hopefully we get, I mean, it probably won't be the same as like an E-bug situation, but it would be cool if like that happened this year and that's, you know, it had one of those storybook games where like Joe Blow off the bench played college 25 years ago.
Yep.
Wins the game in overtime or something.
Yeah.
Segs, I'm pretty sure it's an NFL quarterback. That's
I know. I'm just saying it'd be nice if it was similar to the E-bug.
Yeah, it would be cool. It's fun to think about.
I'm just dreaming of it.
Oh, okay.
No doubt. Let's move on to the AFC North. We have another representative in the on the show, D-Sab with the Browns in that division. I'll start with that one. I'm
D-Sab with the Browns.
Oh, sorry, Sags with the Browns.
Oh,
I'm high on Lamar Jackson and the Ravens this year, boys. I think he's gonna like he kind of had all his contract shit to deal with last year. I kind of think he's got a fresh slate. They have wide receivers that what's his name, the rookie wide receiver they drafted, Zay Flowers. He looks awesome. He's a speedster. So they got like I even remember when Hollywood Brown, and I don't think Hollywood Brown's like a great wide receiver by any means, but he put up some great numbers when Lamar's on and throwing. And I know D-Sab thinks Lamar's just a running back, but he's got an arm on him too. And I'm really high on the Ravens. I actually think they're going to win the division this year, boys. I think they're going to beat the Bengals and win this division. They're going to be 12-5. And the Bengals are going to be 11-6. And between the Browns and the Steelers, I think a lot of people are giving too much praise to the Steelers this year.
I don't think they're getting enough praise in some ways.
I think they're right where they should be. Little Goldilocks situation right now.
Well, I kind of think they're I think they're right around 500. Like I think they're like 8-9.
Well, what is it? Tomlin's never had a losing season,
and he's never missed.
I got him as 10-7. I think they'll be
the
pretty good. I think their offense could be pretty good this year.
Aren't they on a playoff streak right now, the Steelers?
I think just a winning season.
They didn't make it.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, they didn't make it last
never had a
year.
winning season.
Sorry, the winning season. So I'm actually gonna change mine to 8-9 because I think they're gonna take a step back this year, just because I think they're just getting too much hype. And in my opinion, and Poolsy, you're allowed to have a different opinion, but I think 8-9. I think the Browns 9-8. So I think the Browns will be scrappy. They'll be fighting for the last wild card spot.
All right.
Yeah. I got Cincy as 12-5. I just think they're arguably the best team in the league. I got Cleveland at 11-6. I do think Deshaun's going to be really good this year. I do have him in a couple of fantasy leagues as well. I do think there's a lot of value there with Cleveland this year.
Wow.
And then I have Baltimore and Pittsburgh both at 10-7.
Whoa.
I think it's going to be a really good division for some reason. That's just what the gut's telling me this year.
I think it's two really good teams and two decent teams. That's what I think it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I got Cincy at 13-4. They win the division. And then I got Baltimore at 12-5. I agree with you, Gerbs. I think Baltimore is going to be good. I think Lamar's back. All this contract bullshit is over with. He just wants to play football.
Doesn't it seem like Lamar MVP incoming kind of thing this year?
Maybe, yeah. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I feel like Lamar didn't really play last year.
Matt's laughing because I have him in a couple fantasy teams. That is not the only reason why. I've always loved Lamar.
Gotcha.
But, yeah.
Browns 11-6, and then Pittsburgh I've at 6-11.
Wow.
I don't know. I think they have a good core. I think they're just young. They're inexperienced. I think it's going to be a scrappy division. I think they're going to struggle in some of the divisional games. And I like Kenny Pickett. I just don't think he's the guy yet. I think he can be the guy, but I don't think he's the guy yet.
Mm-hmm. He's maybe the guy in waiting.
Yeah. He's a good quarterback. He's just needs to get his toes. Get his feet wet. He needs to jump in, and he's just he's like when you walk into a lake and your nuts kind of hit the water. He's like, I don't know if I want to go in, but he's gonna go in.
Yeah,
he's gonna go in head first.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Throw some picks.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting.
G-Sab, what are your thoughts for the division?
I got them from like top to bottom, 12, 11, 10, 9 wins. I go on Bengals, Ravens, Browns, Steelers. So the Bengals at 12-5, Ravens 11-6, squeak in at the 7 spot. Browns 10-7, just miss, and then Steelers at 9-8. Same thing. I think 2 good teams and 2 great teams.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
moving on to the AFC South, I think we'll get through these last 2 AFC ones pretty quick because there's not too many implications in these ones, but the AFC South is the Houston Texans, Indianapolis Colts, Jacksonville Jaguars, and Tennessee Titans. I think this is a 2-horse race, and I think the other 2 teams are going to be dog shit. Like
I agree,
like complete dog shit again. But I actually think I think Tennessee and Jacksonville are going to fight it out right till the end. I don't think either of them are going to have like I think they're both kind of 11-10 win teams. I have them both at 10-7 actually. So I'm not sure which one's actually going to take the jump to win that division. Tennessee, a lot of if Tannehill can stay healthy all year, he's not a good quarterback still, but he's better than Malik Willis, who came in and was just horrible. They were still staying in games because they have a really good defense, and Mike Vrabel is one of the best coaches in the NFL. So they I think Titans fight Jacksonville pretty good for that division. It is still weird to see Jacksonville like a favorite to win a division, but they are our darlings still, I think, right?
Our
Yeah, they're
darlings,
darlings.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10-7.
And then Colts, I have zero opinions on the Colts. I don't know enough about Anthony Richardson. Maybe he'll be a sensation, but I just see it. He seems like the type of guy that is going to take a couple years to get there. And then their franchise is just. I hate the Colts for what they did to
Too.
Jonathan Taylor. Miami for everything I read again on Twitter, Miami offered a pretty decent trade, and they countered with saying they needed Jalen Waddle to make the trade work. Who do they? You think we're going to give up Jalen Waddle to get Jonathan Taylor?
Gerbs, running backs are irrelevant. Don't worry.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, D-Seb. Appreciate that. But the Colts, he's fully healthy, and now he has to miss the first 4 games of the season just because the Colts are a bunch of assholes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I have them at 0-17. And then I have Houston. They're going to get 5 wins this year, and then, like I said, Jacksonville and Tennessee both 10-7.
I think that's pretty accurate representation of what I got here. I got Jags 10-7, Tennessee 9-8, Indian Texans just dog shit records.
Yeah, I'm pretty much on the same boat. I have Jags 11-6, and then it just falls off a cliff there. I think they just run through their divisional games, and yeah, I don't know. Texans at 3-14.
Mm-hmm. Are we at all interested in CJ Stroud from the Texans this year? Like, are we excited to see what he can maybe do? I know you're not, Matt.
The Texans just don't excite me like ever. Like,
No,
I've
not
never
even
been
a little bit.
interested. I will never watch a Texans game.
Matt, you're just going to be on. You're on Herbert Tua watch. If CJ
Yeah.
Stroud is good, then you're going to have the same thing I've been dealing with CJ Stroud.
For sure.
And people can't forget that was your guy for a while too, going into the draft.
Yeah, I definitely wanted him at one point last year, but we made the right decision.
No, you did.
Yeah.
Moving on, the last division in the AFC, it's the West. It's the Denver Broncos, Kansas City Chiefs, Las Vegas Raiders, and the Los Angeles Chargers. This one's interesting to me, but I want to hear somebody else's on this one first. Segs, what do you got for this division?
I have KC winning at 14-3.
Mm-hmm.
I think they just keep chugging along that dynasty that they're building. I mean, I went through their schedule. I think they have a pretty easy schedule pending. I know it's easy to say right now based on last year, but obviously they win. And then I think the rest of that division again sort of drops off. I think the Chargers are going to be small town bring downs this year. I think Justin Herbert is a really good quarterback. I would take him over Tua any day, but I just don't know if their coach and what he has as a supporting cast is enough. So yeah, I don't know. I got Chargers 8-9, Raiders Chargers 9-8, Raiders 8-9, and Denver 7-10. So yeah.
D-Sap?
Yeah, I agree. I got the Chiefs at 12-5, but I got the Chargers at 11-6.
Oh.
So those two teams making the playoffs. Broncos 7-10, and then the Raiders at 6-11. I'm not too concerned about those bottom two teams really at all.
Yeah,
I have the same records as you, D-Sabs, except KC being 13-4.
Yeah. I have the same as that, 13-4 for the Chiefs, but I actually have the Broncos with 10 wins.
You're on Team Russ.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm on Team Russ.
You love Russ. Russ is your new Aaron Rodgers.
No, I wouldn't say that. I would say I think Sean Payton is a really good coach, and going there, and they had like what's that guy's name that coached there last year? Now he's with the Jets.
Hackett.
He made some of the worst decisions we've ever seen an NFL coach make. I remember talking about, like we were saying, we would maybe do better on the sidelines than this guy. And I think Russell Wilson kind of got to own that team last year, and Sean Payton's going to come in and just take over, and Russell Wilson can maybe go back to just being quarterback, because I think he's an idiot and he's a loser. We've seen that. We've seen that about Russell Wilson, but I think people are forgetting how sick he was in Seattle. He was dominant there.
Was he sick, or was he carried by his defense, the Legion of Boom?
Yeah, the defense was awesome too, but Russell Wilson
had the 12th man.
one of the 12th man too. Okay, so maybe Russell Wilson was the third best on that team, but his deep ball was beautiful. It still is beautiful. I just think they're going to take a step up. I don't necessarily like want to see them. I don't like the team, but I think if we're just looking from the just smarts, 10-7. I was trying to think of something good to say there, but I just came up with smarts.
Smarts.
I think the Broncos are gonna just have a bit of a bounce back year. I still think makes the playoffs, and I'm just the Chargers are the Chargers. I think they'll do good again and maybe make the playoffs and then probably choke it away in the first round if they're lucky enough to get there. But that's just what they do. Justin Herbert, not a winner. Moving on to the NFC. We have the NFC East with DSAB's Dallas Cowboys, the New York Giants, Philadelphia Eagles, and the Washington Commanders. I remember the one year we did this podcast. This was the division we looked at in saying that the division winner might be under 500. Do you guys remember that year?
Yeah.
That was 2 years ago, I think.
Yeah, I think it was 2 years ago. They were all dog shit. It's changed a little bit. Obviously, the Eagles going to the Super Bowl last year. Giants made the playoffs for the first time in a little bit. Cowboys are the Cowboys, and the Commanders might be on the up and up a tiny bit. You guys agree with that?
Hey, new ownership, fresh look.
Yeah.
Never know what's going on behind the scenes.
Matty P, what do you got for that division?
I got Philly coming in first with 13-4. I feel like that's just all around a great team. Lots of weapons on that team. Lots of throwing options for Hurts, and obviously with the legs that Hurts has with himself, it's dangerous there. Dallas, I got 12-5. I do think Dak will have. I think he led the league in interceptions last year. I do think we'll see a better side of Dak this year, and the Cowboys do have a roster. They have a good team. It's just a matter of Dallas figuring it out. I got them 12-5. I got the Giants 8-9. I think Danny Dimes is definitely worthy of being maybe a top 20 QB in the league. I think there's potential there. Darren Waller,
top 20.
Yeah,
So he's still like a bottom tier quarterback.
Well, there's nothing wrong with being a top 20 in the world.
True. That is true. But when you're looking at the NFL, top 20 is still not good.
Well, no. And then I got Washington 7-10. So all pretty respectable records for that division this year. But we'll see. The NFC is not that strong this year. So
I kind of like Washington this year. I think they're take a step forward, and I don't know. Washington's been a team that I've always kind of rooted for a little bit. I don't fully know why. But I don't hate Washington, so I think they're gonna get 9 wins. I see the Giants taking a step back this year. I think they're gonna be 8-9. I do not believe in Danny Dimes. Segs, I know your brother-in-law. We had some conversations over the summer a couple times, bachelor party and at the wedding. I talked to him too. Danny Dimes might as well be Patty Mahomes if you ask him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I do see them taking a bit of a step back. Eagles again. I think their running back committee right now, they got DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift, when he did stay healthy with the Lions, he was electric. Obviously, his problem has been health, but they do have Kenneth Gainwell, Rashard Penny, and Boston Scott too. I think as far as if you look at 4 running backs that way, I think they're the deepest in the league when it comes to that category. So I think the Eagles will be good again, and Dallas just, I feel like they're just the same every year, just hyped up, decent roster. Dak's bad. They make the playoffs. They'll be 10-7. They'll lose first round again. And then, so that's what I got for that division. Eagles winning, then Dallas, Commanders, New York.
I'm pretty much the same as you, Gerbs. I got Philly at 12-5. Dallas right there in the middle at 10-7. And then I bet both the Giants and the Commanders at 8-9. I don't know if that's possible, but it worked out in my head somehow. I think the Giants take a step back from what happened last year. And then I don't know. I don't really have much analysis to give on the Commanders, but I hope they do well. I guess new owner or old owner was a piece of shit. Whoever's in is new and fresh. So hopefully it turns that franchise around, because I really have no reason to not like them.
Rookie quarterback going to be starting for them.
Yeah, Sam Howell.
Sam Howell. Yeah.
Sam Howell. Yeah. Rookie. He was rookie last year, but
Rookie last year. Got some snaps.
Yeah.
did he?
I
Yeah.
think he played one game as a
Yeah,
starter.
I think he played pretty well.
Yeah, actually, I think you're right.
Yeah,
I
I
would say
think I am right. Yeah. Yeah.
Seb, what do you got? Oh, I think you muted
I think
yourself.
you're on
Right.
mute, D-Sub.
At
Sorry
least
about
once
that.
an episode.
There's some loud background noise going on.
Fair enough. Fair
There
enough.
it is.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
phone going off. D-Sub's the only house in the world who still has a landline.
Anyway, sorry. 13-4 Eagles. My Cowboys at 12-5, and
My
then the
Cow-
Giants
My-
6-11. Commanders 3-14.
Oh,
Wow.
what?
Wow.
Yeah,
You think they're going to be that bad?
they're
And
terrible.
you think the Cowboys are going to get 12 wins?
Yes, the Cowboys are winning the Super Bowl.
Oh,
Wow. Love to
they'd
see
have
it.
to be in my top top four of teams I wouldn't want to win. It'd be
Yeah,
my
for
division
sure, for
and-
sure.
and then the Cowboys.
Hey, I don't know, man. That Commanders roster is pretty shit. Outside of Chase Young,
You
Scary
wanna-
Terry? Have you heard of Scary Terry on wideout?
yeah, who's throwing him the ball?
Sam Howell.
Who's that?
Ooh,
He's good.
He might as well be Mac Jones for all we know.
that's true. That he could be really bad then.
Yeah, true.
Scuba
Good point.
Steve. Scuba Steve.
Good point. Good point.
You know what is more dog shit than the Commanders?
Who's that?
The Cardinals.
NFC West division as a whole.
Yeah.
Take out
Yeah.
San Fran.
Yep.
The rest of the teams you can just tell them not to
Oh.
play.
Put some
Yeah.
respect on the Seahawks.
I have the Rams
like
and the
Geno
Cardinals
Smith.
both at 3-14. Again, I don't know if that's possible, but
I don't know how the Cardinals are going to even win 3 games this year.
yeah,
Who's
They have-
Can someone explain to me the Kyler Murray situation? I actually don't know it too well.
I think he's
Seb, do you know
still recovering from his ACL.
what? So I thought he was on like the PUP list, not the IR.
Yeah, because Pupless is only 4 games. I think IR might be 6.
Oh, so
I
he's just
think, I'm
on
not
that so
sure.
he can come back after 4 games.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's fine.
Well, yeah,
Like,
he should
let's
be.
be honest. San Fran is just going to run over this
Yeah,
division.
yeah.
Does
think the
anyone
Seahawks will be
have
over
anything
500.
different to say?
Well, what do we like Brock Purdy? Do you think there's a chance he takes a major step back?
But they
No.
have Sammy D there as a backup.
Yeah, they're fine, and they don't need
Yeah,
boys. One of
Sure.
us could be their quarterback right now.
That's
we
Come
did
on.
talk about that last year.
And hell,
hold
if they
on.
don't want that, they have McCaffrey to throw the ball.
Segs, weren't you the
True.
guy that was saying Brock Purdy was like the greatest quarterback
He
when he was
is,
going on his
yeah.
run? And
Yeah,
now you say anyone can play quarterback there.
I'm saying anyone can. He was electric while he was back there. He was putting up stats like no other. But
Yeah,
I'm just saying, in that offense, yes, I don't think you need an electric quarterback, but he is electric. Put it
Yeah.
on the
Wow.
record.
yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
No, I think it's safe to say we can skip the rest of that division.
I don't know,
think
unless anyone has some hot take from
No.
there.
no.
Seahawks, yeah, gives Gino. Although
8 wins, Seahawks.
it's still, I have 8 and 9 as well.
Last division then. No, we have 2 more.
2 more. We'll save
go to the,
Bullsies for last. You want to go to the north?
Yep, I like the North. The Chicago Bears, Detroit Lions, Green Bay Packers, and Minnesota Vikings. Obviously, this division has changed quite a bit from last
Yeah.
year.
Lots of
Um,
mix up here.
What are our thoughts here? Because I think this could be one where we're all maybe a little different.
Yeah. Well, I guess only one way to find out.
True. Go ahead, Segs.
Yeah.
All right. I got the second greatest quarterback in the league, Kirk Cousins, winning the division again at 11-6. I have
Choking
Chicago
question.
at 11-6.
Chicago.
Yep.
11.
Chicago, you heard it. 11. 11.
Oh,
You guys clearly didn't look at the schedules because this division plays. I'm pretty sure this division plays the NFC South and dips into the NFC West a little bit. So they have an easy schedule. No
the
offense.
Bears
Woolsey.
could be playing our flag football team, and I wouldn't pick them to win.
Dude, Justin Fields. That's all I'll say. Justin
All right.
Fields. Detroit 10-7.
Mm,
I think they're gonna be scrappy.
yeah.
And then Green Bay at 8-9. I'm on the Jordan Love train. I like his development. I like how he's come up. He's got the Aaron
Mhm.
Rodgers, Brett Favre treatment. Maybe it's not this year, but he's going to be in the league for a long time,
Mhm.
and he's going to be a good quarterback. Maybe it happens this year, but I think it's going to be a good division.
You guys, I'll go here. I don't think it's going to be a good division. I have the Lions winning the division though. I have them at 10 wins, 10-7 to win the division. I think everyone else is going to be like pretty bad. Vikings. I think Vikings will end up coming with 9 wins again. They'll be 9-8, finish second. Green Bay. I think they'll be 8-9. I think I'm curious to see more of Jordan Love because I remember him playing starting a few games when Rodgers was either hurt or just.
I think he played one against the Chiefs in KC.
Yeah, and it must have been prime time because the only thought I only have one memory of Jordan Love playing starting a game, and it didn't look pretty. Which obviously good.
I think he had a touchdown.
I think he might have thrown a little screen out to Aaron Jones and he got the touchdown or Christian Watson. They got some good weapons. I like Aaron Jones a lot too, but I have them 8-9, and then I have the Bears at 7-10. The Bears will be better. Like they're not going to be a last place team again. They're definitely going to find their wins. I just don't think they're ready to be good yet, even though they do have elite wide receiver DJ Moore on that team.
True.
Yeah.
For myself here, I got Minnesota and Detroit both 11-6. I think it'll be kind of a two-headed race for that division between those two teams. I've got Green Bay at 7-10, but I am a big believer of guys that sit for a couple of years, especially when you sit behind greatness. I do think that is the best thing for a quarterback. Yep. So I hope Green Bay. I am rooting for Green Bay this year. I hope they finish better than 7-10. Oh yeah, baby! Look at that card, Jordan Love. That could be valuable, Snag. I don't know if it'll be necessarily this year that Green Bay completely figures it out. So I don't know, 7-10 for Green Bay, but I hope to see more wins out of them. And then I have Chicago 6-11. I hate Chicago. I hate everything about them. DJ Moore is going to win in some games, and that's about it.
I thought you were a Bears fan a few years ago.
Didn't you accidentally grab the
fraud statement?
No, confirmed. He was a Bears fan first
season. No.
Yes, confirmed.
No.
Confirmed. We had to literally put two hats.
I had a moment of confusion.
We had to put 2 hats down, and he had to pick the hat. He did pick the Panthers hat.
Yeah, I guess who I picked. I was forced to pick.
He was wearing. Yeah, you were forced to pick because you can't cheer for 2 teams.
But I already knew the answer.
No, you didn't. You were wearing a Bears sweater when you made the selection.
There's nothing wrong with having memorabilia.
I'll say a hat. I agree with.
Loves the game.
I'll say a hat. I agree with, but a hoodie of another team, I don't think. Well, D-Sab, he's out of the picture because he's cheers for a bunch of teams.
It's 2-2. So
D-Sab could be like a pop-up shop for the NFL based on
Cowboy hat, a hoodie from the Patriots, and sweatpants from the.
Would you guys chirp Poolsy if he had a Cam Newton Patriots jersey when he played?
Yes.
I would chirp myself.
Why?
Why would I want a Patriots jersey?
I chirped Poolsy when he wore Josh Donaldson jersey to the Jays game this year. You can't be doing that.
He won an MVP there. It's respectable.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, Gerbs.
He plays for the Yankees now, though. That's our most hated team.
Yeah, Gerbs,
now he's with the Brewers, so it doesn't matter.
What?
He's with the Brewers now, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Whoa.
Fair enough. Yeah. There's our baseball talk for the episode.
Yeah, there's the baseball talk for the epi. Go next level.
Yeah, go Jays. Go Jays. You're gonna win every game.
All right, Poolsy, kick us off for the last division.
Yep. Let's hear it.
Last division, unfortunately to say, very well could be one of the weaker divisions this year, but it doesn't mean there won't be 2 elite teams with the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. I got the Saints going 11-6, the Panthers 9-8, Atlanta 7-10, and Tampa 4-13. I think Tampa's pretty doomed with Baker there.
Baker was your guy for a little bit.
You
just forget, eh? You just forget.
I don't forget. I just have to get on board with any decision the organization makes.
You guy.
And they made the decision to get rid of him, so I'm done with him.
Just done. Anyway,
they traded him midseason. I'm done with him. He's been off my radar for a long time now.
But you still support Sammy D.
Yeah, you're talking about Sammy D, how great he is
I
behind
I
Brock
just think if
Purdy.
you throw Sammy D in San Fran's like quarterback spot there, I think he'll excel. As we've said, we would excel in that spot.
So
So
Baker Mayfield would excel too then.
he would make completions for sure.
Okay, so
love it.
what do you got for records in that division? Did you say?
11-6 for the Saints, Panthers 9-8, Atlanta 7-10, Tampa 4-13.
Tampa just dog shit, eh?
Dog shit. Oh yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, I've got. Oh,
Yeah, go
sorry.
ahead. No, you go, Six.
I've got Carolina winning as well, but only at 9-8, and
Ooh.
sorry. Saints winning at 9-8, and then I've got Carolina at 8-9, Tampa Bay at 5-12, and Atlanta at 4-13.
I think this is going to be a real
man.
weird one where it kind of comes down to the end and three teams are around 500 at the end, and it's going to be the Panthers, Falcons, and Saints. So I'm just gonna I have them all at like 9-8 to 8-9, somewhere in that range, and I think they're like I think it's going to come down to week 17 for that division winner. Like it's gonna. I would actually like to know if any of those two teams play in week 17 because I think it could matter.
We play the Bucks the last week. I know that.
It's
Okay.
Saints and Falcons.
So you know what?
Saints
It's
and Falcons
probably
do
gonna
play.
be. It's probably gonna be like each other team's gonna need the other team to win so their team can win and get in.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it's gonna be something weird
That
like
made
that.
any sense?
So I know what you're getting at. So
Yeah.
I got Falcons 8-9, Panthers 8-9, Saints 8-9, or 9-8, somewhere in there, and then Bucks, yeah, with like four wins. Yeah, I agree. I think they're gonna be bad. Mike Evans might be traded, hopefully,
Yeah.
because he deserves to.
I heard he's coming to New England.
Oh,
Jeez.
To go from no quarterback to no quarterback.
Hey, you know what? D-Hop was a Patriot in my head for a few weeks.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I'm happy to. We'll see what D Hop can do in Tennessee. Boys, should we get to the spread game here?
yeah. I think it's time. Hopefully, people are still listening.
Yeah, we said we're gonna work out some kinks, and we maybe went long, but we'll get our
It's
spread
the
game.
first week though, you know.
It's the first week. We boys have to talk some ball. We'll clean these episodes up, and we appreciate everyone that is listening to our first episode. But we're just gonna keep getting better as we go along. But we'll get our spread game picks in here, and then we'll be on our way.
All right, gents. So who won last year? I actually forget.
Was it not me?
Hey,
No,
DSAB still owes
you
us his
still owe
punishment.
us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%.
And Cincinnati tattoo as well.
Yeah. There's a
Yeah,
couple
from
things.
years
DSAB
ago.
owes
I don't
us.
know what you guys are talking about there.
No,
but I
no,
definitely
no.
do owe a Getty.
So far, DSAB has owed two things on this podcast, and so far neither
This
of them. have been-
podcast. This is a new podcast.
True.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
so
what he's like.
you-
I'm in debt to someone who went bankrupt, so it doesn't count.
Yeah.
That's basically what he's.
Yeah. Maybe you're the reason we went bankrupt.
Rules for the spread game this year, fellas. So last year we did, if you choose your own team, it's worth double, whether it's a win or a loss. Any other special things we had?
We did.
I think we had one
Lockeroni.
Lockeroni, which was
Lockeroni.
worth.
I think 3
How many?
Lockeronis
No, I think it was just one.
for the whole year.
I thought it was
maybe-
2.
Maybe. Okay. How many do we want to do? We don't have to do whatever we did last year.
I think 3. I like
Three.
the more the merrier almost.
Sure.
Yeah.
True.
3 for the whole year.
And those there were three wins or 3 losses.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so for the spread game, because we don't officially have an official sponsor for the spread game yet, you can look forward to that in future weeks possibly. But are we all going to go off a certain book for this one, or just
For
wherever
sure.
we find the line?
Wherever the
Certain
best lines are.
Best line is.
Yeah. If only.
I'll be used. Yeah. If only
Yeah.
there's a place to find that, but
Yeah.
we'll see for future weeks.
Yeah.
So how do we should we go oldest to youngest to start off, because we know how we pick our order for future weeks, but or
Yeah,
should we go
that works.
records from last
How
year?
many? 3 picks, right?
Yep, 3
Yeah,
picks.
3 picks.
Okay.
Yep.
And Lockeroni's an extra pick though.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you choose.
That's
to use the
right.
Lockeroni
That's
to
what
choose.
it was.
Yeah.
Lockeroni.
Oh,
Okay.
right.
Yeah. So if you pick your Lockeroni, you still get another pick.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're going Sags, me, Who's the leader between the two of you?
Me, D-Sab. Segs, Poolsy, Gerbs, D-Sab.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
First overall selection of the 2023 spread game goes
Chills.
to the San Francisco 49ers minus 2.5 against the Steelers. I was almost going to say Seahawks, but the Steelers.
Yep.
That is so free. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Square. Yeah, I'm a square D-Sab. Let me hear. I can't wait till we get into Mr. Public mid-year.
Oh, I know. I live for that.
That betting handle has got to be 80% on the San Fran.
Good. Make it 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's a walk, it's a walk.
It's not going to be my lock, but that's what I'm taking.
Yeah. Yep.
And yeah, we'll go with my pick here. Let's get some value here going. Panthers plus 3.5 on the road against the Falcons.
Woo.
That's worth double.
Yep.
Yes,
that's
sir.
it's two banger. He wants it. He wants all the smoke right away. And I'm going to go with a team I hyped up in our preview, and I'm probably going to be riding them most of the year. Baltimore Ravens. I think they run away with this one. The spread I have at -10. I think they cover that no problem. Ravens -10 against the Texans.
9.5.
Yeah, you can get 9.5.
Give me 9.5. I wish there was an app.
Yeah, you got to say that because I just wrote down. Now I'm already scribbling on the first.
Okay, keep it 10. Keep it 10. I want it 10.
Well, now I scribbled out 10.
Okay, then put it 9.5. Whatever's easier for you, Poolsy.
Well, all I'm saying is, holy, I don't need to have half my papers.
I wish I had an app where I could compare things, but unfortunately, we don't have a
That's fair.
sponsor.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. Next week, that wouldn't be a problem.
In D-Sabs with the back-to-back.
Woof, woof. The dogs are barking.
Oh.
Give me the Titans plus 3.5 against the Saints.
Ooh.
And give me the Jets plus 3 Monday night. They'll win straight up. You keep the fucking points.
I like that, D-Sab.
What is it though? Plus what?
2.5. Or what do you got?
Tennessee's 3.5. Jets, I got 3.
Okay. Back to you, Gerbs.
Yeah, I'm going Packers +1. Dog. How are they a dog against the Bears, you ask? I don't know. That's an easy one.
Oh, boy.
I don't think the Packers are that great either, but I just think the Bears are, Packers still own the Bears, I hope.
Yeah. And with mine here, I'm going to go Minnesota -6 against the Bucks.
Love that. The Bucks are poo.
Yeah, I wanted that one as well.
Minnesota also poo, though.
And Sags with the back-to-back.
Okay, I'm going to ride the hype chain that I was preaching about in the divisional preview. And I'm going head-to-head with Gerbs week 1. Give me the Bears -1.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh.
So, I mean, hey, I like Jay Love, but Justin Fields has the experience in that game.
Yeah, that's fair.
And at home. And then if I can get, I'm picking way too many. I'm going to be Mr. Public already.
You can't look at that, though.
Yeah, I know. D-Sab's in my head.
Better not be a minus.
Oh, it's a minus. All right. Give me, this one's free. Give me Washington -6.5 at home against the stink Cardinals. The poopy Cardinals.
Yeah, the poopy Cardinals. Don't hate that pick at all.
The 3-14 Commanders are going to blow out the 2-15 Cardinals.
At home they are. Yep.
Yeah,
yep.
They just might.
Yep, they are.
New owner. The place will probably be packed.
Pace is going to be fucking rocking.
Yeah,
that is my survivor pick, actually.
You're going to pay. You pay for the whole seat. You're only going to need the edge at that game.
That's a risky survivor pick right off the hop.
Really? That's their survivor.
Deep value.
Oh yeah, we got to get the D-Sab survivor pool.
Yeah, he's got like what do you have? Like
20
grand on the line last year or something.
Fuck.
Yeah, that was wild. Who lost it for you again?
It was like week 15.
Yeah, we were down there, or you were. It felt like I was on the train with you, but
a team just got spanked.
Yeah,
Seahawks or the Titans or something.
It was the Seahawks.
Might have been the Seahawks.
Yeah. Those frauds. That's what I was gonna say. Those frauds.
Coolsy, are we at you?
Yep, we're back to me here. I'm gonna go Jacksonville -4.5 on the road against the Colts.
Nice.
If you think I'm not taking the Dolphins at plus money, you're insane. So give me Dolphins +3 or
Do you want to
3.5.
just keep the points? You don't even fucking need them.
Don't even need them. Do not need them. But I'll take them anyways. Dolphins +3.5. Or
Well, what
Yep.
is it, Gerbs? Is it 3 or 3.5?
I see 3.5.
3.5.
Jeez.
All right. And the most free bet, Philly -3.5.
Oh,
Looked
there
at
it
it.
is. Who are
Thought
they
about
playing,
it.
D-Sub?
They're playing in New England week 1.
Oh, against your Patriots, right?
Here we go.
Does this count as a double if it's against them or no?
No,
No.
It's only when
You
you
should
have
actually you should be
That's just
fined
a-
and
you should be
and
fined.
removed from the league.
Yes, we should start a fine jar for this podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, Gerbs,
Or
you would be in debt.
We'll see. It goes to a jury if we don't agree on the fine. So, boys, it's been a good first episode. Like we said, we're gonna work some things out. Sorry it went a little long for the people still sticking with us, but Sunday Funday, it's a podcast to look up for. I'm sure you'll see it rising in the ranks soon, and
Put the
we're
name out
excited.
there.
We're excited to be with you guys for another football season. Yes, spread the word. Anybody you know, to anybody listening right now, anybody you know that likes NFL, we always thought this is a product that football lovers would love, and it's an easy listen on a weekday. It comes out the Thursday before the Thursday nighter. You can hear all our picks and hear us talk about our teams and getting a few scraps, and it's just a good time for everybody. So spread the word about Sunday
also,
Funday. We're excited. Go ahead, Six.
talk about spread the word, spread the love on FanDuel.
Yeah.
Basically a free bet.
Yeah.
I think Chiefs are like +45 right now, so
Yep.
lock that in.
Is that safe?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
It's $50 max too, which is nice. That's a big max for basically
That is it.
free bet money.
Yeah.
I think there's also on DraftKings. If your team goes up by 7 in the Chiefs game, you win. So that's a good one.
And DraftKings just dropped Hurts or Fields rushing touchdown +100, either or.
Oh,
Wow.
I don't see Fields doing it, but Hurts just might.
Yeah.
I like that. Anyway,
Made
little
it.
insider if anyone's looking for some action on Sunday.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Boys,
So-
it's good to be back.
Can't
It's
wait.
great to be back, boys. Everyone
I
looks
can't-
good. It's great to see
I think we've
everyone.
said this before. I can't wait for the group chat to be buzzing on Sunday.
Oh,
Yeah. Yep. It's going to be a blast, and it's going to be awesome to have football to talk about next week.
Yes.
And we will be back with you every Thursday for this whole football season, and we're excited about it. So peace out, and we'll see you next week.
So yeah.
See ya.
boys.